We all have parts of our lives we wish were different. Maybe it's breaking a bad habit, overcoming self-doubt, or finally reaching the goals we've set for ourselves. In the rush of daily routines, filled with endless tasks and challenges, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Today, I want to share a profound truth drawn from the ancient wisdom of Stoicism. It's not the events themselves, but our responses to them that shape our destiny. What if lasting change isn't found in fixing the outside world, but by strengthening and fortifying what's within? By embracing Stoic principles, we can turn obstacles into stepping stones, transforming frustration into empowerment and chaos into order. Join me as we explore practical Stoic strategies to reshape your life from the inside out, ensuring every step you take is grounded in wisdom and resilience. Together, let's discover how this timeless philosophy can offer meaningful solutions for modern challenges, helping us lead lives that are purposeful, steady, and strong. Stay with me as we dive deep into these enduring principles, uncovering ways to cultivate inner peace and strength, no matter what life throws our way. If you value this journey, here's a simple favor. Hit the subscribe button and share this video with others walking the same path. Today's content might challenge skeptics and invite deep reflection. So I encourage you to watch until the end, to fully grasp the transformative power of Stoicism in everyday life. Ready to begin making real change? Let's dive in. Embracing mindfulness is where our journey begins. A practice deeply rooted in Stoic thought, now recognized for its power to transform lives. In Stoicism, mindfulness means self-awareness, becoming truly acquainted with your thoughts, emotions, and impulses. Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively in Meditations about observing your own mind as if from the outside, noticing thoughts and feelings without being consumed by them. It's about creating a space between what happens to us and how we respond. Think of mindfulness as holding a mirror up to your mind and actions, asking yourself, what am I thinking? Why am I thinking this? And how do these thoughts shape the choices I make? This isn't just about uncovering negativity. It's about understanding the patterns we repeat every day, often without even realizing it. Many of us fall into routines that quietly shape our lives in profound ways, whether we're aware of it or not. By paying close attention to these patterns, we gain the power to steer ourselves in directions that serve us, rather than limit us. For the Stoics, mindfulness is more than a practice. It's a tool that helps us live intentionally, instead of drifting aimlessly, reacting to every thought and feeling as it arises. Epictetus said it simply, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This idea reminds us that no matter what life throws at us, we always have a choice in how we respond. Mindfulness is the act of noticing the space between stimulus and response, and choosing to fill that space with intention, not impulse. Psychologist Carl Jung echoed this truth when he said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." By practicing mindfulness, you bring awareness to the thoughts and feelings that have been running on autopilot. You begin to see yourself clearly, gaining insight into why you behave the way you do and uncovering the roots of your reactions. This is not about judgment. It's about observation. It's not about labeling thoughts as good or bad, but about seeing them clearly and learning from them. The beauty of mindfulness is that it can be applied to every part of your life. How you interact with others, how you respond to challenges, and how you pursue your goals. Mindfulness gives you the power to pause and choose your response. And it's in that pause that real growth happens. It's where we replace automatic reactions with deliberate choices that align with who we want to be. For the Stoics, this kind of self-mastery is essential to living a virtuous and fulfilling life. Take a moment now to reflect on your daily routines and habits. Are there actions you repeat without realizing? Habits that don't quite match your goals or values? Maybe it's how you react to stress, or the way you spend your time. This awareness is the first step toward meaningful change. The first step toward real change often begins with awareness. Journaling can be an incredibly powerful way to practice this. By writing down your thoughts and then reviewing them, you bring those unconscious habits and beliefs into the light. This gives you a chance to understand yourself better and ultimately to transform. Remember, mindfulness is a skill that takes time and practice. Start small. When you feel frustration or impatience, pause for a moment and ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Before making a decision, check in with yourself. Is this aligned with the person I want to become? These small moments of awareness add up, gradually reshaping how you live your life. In many ways, mindfulness is about building a friendship with yourself, a friendship rooted in honesty, curiosity, and compassion. Taking responsibility for our lives is one of the most challenging yet liberating steps we can take. In Stoic philosophy, responsibility isn't about blame or fault. It's about recognizing that no matter the circumstances, we hold the reins to our own lives. The Stoics believe that while we can't control everything that happens to us, we can always control how we respond. This idea invites us to see ourselves not as passive victims of fate, but as architects of our own reality. Responsibility for the Stoics goes beyond just owning our actions. It means embracing the role of active participant in our lives. Epictetus reminds us, "You are not your circumstances. You are your choices." To the Stoics, responsibility is power. When we stop blaming luck, others, or past events for where we are, we open the door to changing our future. This shift isn't about ignoring external factors. It's about focusing our energy on what we can change: our thoughts, decisions, and actions. In modern psychology, this is called an internal locus of control, the belief that our choices matter and that we're not just at the mercy of outside forces. Carl Jung emphasized this when he said, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." When we take responsibility, we move from reacting to living with intention. We choose how to navigate life rather than letting life dictate our path. But here's the truth. Accepting responsibility isn't always easy. It often means facing uncomfortable truths about ourselves, our habits, our mindsets, the excuses we've been holding on to. The Stoics didn't shy away from these moments. They welcomed them as opportunities for growth. By owning our part, we create space for honest self-reflection. We begin to see where we've been avoiding change, where fear or self-doubt have held us back, and where we've stayed stuck in situations that no longer serve us. There's a profound freedom in this, even if it feels scary at first. When we take responsibility, we're no longer at the mercy of outside forces. Instead, we become empowered to shape our circumstances, no matter how challenging they may be. This doesn't mean hardship disappears, but it means hardship no longer defines us. Stoic resolve is about standing firm in the understanding that life may throw difficulties our way, but our strength lies in how we face them. Life will throw challenges our way. What truly matters is how we choose to meet them. Take a moment to consider how the Stoics approach setbacks and adversity. To them, every challenge was more than an obstacle. It was a chance to practice virtue and test their character. Marcus Aurelius captured this beautifully when he said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This powerful perspective reminds us that obstacles aren't dead ends. Instead, they're opportunities, moments to build resilience, grow stronger, and refine who we are becoming. When we take responsibility for how we respond to these challenges, we transform them into stepping stones that lead us closer to the person we want to be. Taking responsibility also means letting go of the excuses that hold us back. We've all caught ourselves thinking, if only I had more time, or if only things were different. While these thoughts might bring momentary comfort, they also steal away our chance to grow. Stoicism invites us to face those excuses head-on, to recognize them as barriers we create to avoid confronting our own potential. Instead of waiting for tomorrow or the perfect moment, the Stoic approach asks, what can I do right now with what I have? The truth is, the perfect moment rarely comes. What we have is the present moment, and that's where our power lies. This shift in mindset isn't always easy, but it's deeply freeing. Imagine looking at your life through the lens of responsibility, rather than feeling limited by what's happened or what others have done. You begin to focus on what you can do here and now to create change. This kind of commitment fosters a quiet confidence, an inner strength that whatever life throws at you, you have the power to handle it. It builds resilience, helping you see setbacks not as failures, but as tests of your resolve and chances to learn and grow. Taking responsibility is a daily practice. Every day, life offers countless moments to choose how we respond. Each choice adds up, slowly shaping the person we become. Setting clear, achievable goals is one of the most empowering things we can do for ourselves, yet it's often where many of us struggle. In Stoic philosophy, setting goals isn't about lofty ambitions or vague wishes. It's about identifying what truly matters to us and taking practical, deliberate steps toward it. The Stoics taught us to focus only on what's within our control. Goal setting is simply an extension of this wisdom. When we clarify our goals, we create a roadmap that keeps us steady even when setbacks come. Too often, people set broad, undefined goals like, I want to be happy, or I want to succeed. But as Seneca wisely said, if one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable. Without a clear vision, we drift, vulnerable to distractions and external influences. Instead, we need to break our goals down, defining success in practical, tangible terms. This way, each step has purpose, and we can measure progress, knowing we're moving in the right direction. Modern psychology calls this the SMART approach, setting goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This fits beautifully with Stoic principles. By setting clear, specific goals, we focus not only on what we want to accomplish, but it's not just about setting goals. It's about grounding ourselves in actions we can actually control. Instead of saying, I want to be healthier, try something more specific, like, I will exercise 3 times a week, or I'll replace sugary drinks with water. These small, clear steps give us something concrete to focus on each day. And every step we take builds momentum, bringing us closer to lasting change. The Stoics also remind us to choose goals that truly matter, those that cultivate virtue and resilience, rather than chasing fleeting desires or surface-level achievements. Epictetus encouraged focusing on what strengthens our character, not what simply feels good in the moment. When you set a goal, ask yourself, why does this matter to me? Does it align with your values and help you grow? Or is it influenced by what others expect or want from you? The clearer you are about why your goals matter, the stronger your commitment will be, especially when things get tough. Carl Jung once said, "Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakes." To set authentic goals, we need to look inward and understand what truly resonates with us. This kind of honest reflection keeps us from chasing goals that are just echoes of societal pressures or other people's ideas. Instead, we root our goals in what fits with our personal growth, values, and the life we want to lead. That clarity builds resilience. It helps us stay committed even when the path gets difficult, because we know what we're working toward and why it matters. But goal setting isn't about ticking boxes or creating a to-do list. It's about carving a meaningful path. Each small goal should act like a stepping stone, guiding you closer to your bigger purpose. For example, if you want to cultivate a Stoic mindset, your goals might include daily meditation, journaling, or reading a Stoic text for just 10 minutes each morning. These actions may seem small alone, but over time they add up, compounding into real, lasting transformation. With each small goal you achieve, you'll feel a sense of progress and accomplishment, which naturally fuels your motivation to keep going. Stoicism also teaches us to set goals that challenge us, but remain realistic. A good goal stretches you without overwhelming you. There's a balance between ambition and practicality. If goals are too big, burnout and frustration can follow. If they're too easy, we miss out on the growth that comes from pushing our limits. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good person should be. Be one." This is a powerful call to focus on action rather than perfection. You don't need perfect goals or an ideal plan. You just need to begin. Adjust as you go. Stay committed to the journey and trust the process. Once you set your goals, it's important to revisit and refine them regularly. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances change. Our goals should remain flexible, allowing us to adapt without feeling like we failed. The Stoics valued resilience and adaptability, seeing every change as a chance to practice virtue and wisdom. If a goal no longer fits who you are or your current situation, don't hesitate to adjust it. Growth is a living process, and your goals can evolve right along with you. The point of setting goals isn't about strict rules or perfection. It's about making meaningful progress. And just as important, don't forget to celebrate the small wins along the way. Too often, we get so focused on the finish line that we overlook the steps that got us there. In Stoicism, the journey itself holds as much value as the destination. Every time you reach a goal or move forward, no matter how small it seems, take a moment to acknowledge it. This simple act not only strengthens positive habits, but also keeps your motivation and resilience alive. Marcus Aurelius said it simply, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This is the heart of a positive Stoic mindset. But positivity here isn't about ignoring hardship or forcing optimism. It's about cultivating a realistic, empowered outlook that lets us respond wisely to life's ups and downs. Life is unpredictable, full of events beyond our control. Yet within each of us lies the power to control how we think about and respond to those events. It's not about dismissing difficult emotions, but choosing not to be ruled by them. By training ourselves to see clearly, to respond instead of react, we find a peace that isn't easily shaken by outside circumstances. This Stoic mindset is grounded in amor fati, the love of one's fate. It teaches us to embrace everything that happens, good and bad alike, as an opportunity for growth. Rather than resisting or resenting hardship, the Stoic asks, "What can I learn from this? How can this shape me for the better?" When we see challenges as opportunities, life's difficulties gain meaning and purpose. That doesn't mean we enjoy the hardships, but we accept them as part of our path, knowing they have lessons to teach us. Psychologist Carl Jung spoke of the importance of integrating all parts of ourselves, including our struggles, to become whole. He said, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." This reflects a core Stoic belief. We aren't defined by what happens to us, but by how we choose to interpret and respond. A positive Stoic mindset invites us to see every moment, even setbacks, as opportunities to build our character. Instead of letting pain or failure shape who we are, we use those experiences to refine ourselves, to grow wiser, stronger, and more resilient. Gratitude plays a vital role in this mindset. Marcus Aurelius wrote often about the importance of rest, urging himself to rise early, but also to respect the need for quality sleep. Sleep restores body and mind, giving us the energy to face the day with clarity and focus. In a culture that often equates sleeplessness with productivity, it's easy to forget that rest is essential for resilience. Without proper rest, we can't think clearly, act justly, or respond wisely. Sleep is not indulgence. It's a necessary act of self-care that supports living in line with our values. Mental self-care also means protecting our minds from negativity. The Stoics were intentional about surrounding themselves with people and environments that uplifted them, a lesson still vital today. Epictetus advised, "Keep company only with those who uplift you and call forth your best." Guarding our mental space means choosing relationships and influences that inspire and support us, rather than drain or discourage us. It's also about being mindful of what we consume, whether media, conversations, or habits. By choosing wisely what enters our minds, we create a space that fosters positivity, focus, and resilience. Finally, self-care involves tuning into our emotions without letting them control us. Carl Jung said, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." This captures the essence of Stoic self-care, a commitment to nurturing body, mind, and spirit as we shape who we are becoming. The Stoic approach to emotional health. The Stoics never denied the presence of emotions. Instead, they encouraged us to observe them, understand their roots, and respond with reason. One powerful way to do this is through journaling. Writing helps us process our emotions, gain clarity, and avoid becoming overwhelmed. It's a gentle practice of self-reflection that reveals patterns, releases stress, and helps us refocus on what truly matters. In this way, journaling becomes an act of emotional self-care, helping us meet life with calmness and inner strength. Prioritizing our health and self-care is about respecting ourselves enough to show up every day as our best version. This perspective transforms self-care from something optional into something vital. Taking care of ourselves becomes a commitment to live fully, embrace each day with clarity and energy, and face life's challenges with resilience and grace. Remember, true strength is found not only in enduring difficulties, but in how we nurture and care for ourselves as we face them. By embracing resilience, cultivating a positive mindset, and prioritizing self-care, we shape not just who we are, but the life we live, a life grounded in purpose, peace, and inner power. Each day offers an opportunity to grow, just a little stronger, wiser, and more centered. Thank you for being part of the Stoic Mindset Mastery community and for sharing this journey with us. If you're ready to go deeper, check out one of the suggested videos on the screen, and let's continue this path together.